Welcome to the Savvy Radio Show. Today is Nerd Rock Wednesday, dedicated to helping you learn more about technology to increase yourself and your business empire.
You just entered Nerd Rock Wednesday. My name is Stephen Van Kallenberg, your host, the Savvy Landlord with Savvy Investors. Thanks for tuning into the Savvy Radio Show. Today I'm going to cover SmartAsset.com. That's right, SmartAsset. I just like to say that. SmartAsset.com. Now, again, I can't explain to you how I find this random, weird websites. Unless it's Google related, I'm all up in it. But I was doing some research and I came across this website and I was like, man, I need to share this with people. And hopefully you're out there that you click on the comments and you share a website that is beneficial to you. So I'm going to break this one down real down and dirty. Basically, right on the website it says instant answers to your financial questions. Well, that's why you're tuning into the radio show, I hope, is to get your answers, your questions to your answers solved. The cool thing about this website, it has a bunch of calculators. And so if you, wherever you're at in your financial goals or thinking about retirement, you could be 18. Definitely this website is more attractive to the millennials, whatever the frick they are, the younger generation, because it speaks their language. There's a lot of questions. But the really thing I loved about it, now there's a lot of stuff about stocks on here, but they have home buying, retirement, how to refinance. And I love that it asks me questions. So like if you want to know how much you need to retire on and what your life, what you're living on now, what your living expenses now, it asks a series of questions like how much you have in the bank, what is it going to take for you to live a specific lifestyle later in life. Now, it's interesting, I studied this stuff a long time ago just through personal development, reading about real estate and studying wealth and money. And of course, it's just interesting. Another interesting thing I noticed on here too, again, I'm talking about smartasset.com. That's just smart and then asset.com, ASSET, is you can do estimated Social Security tax benefit. And the cool thing is it calculates, like, I'm assuming, now I haven't only spent about 10 minutes on this website, but it calculates like inflation and what you really is going to need down the line to live. So if you're living on $3,000 a month today, with a hedge of 6 or 7% inflation, just, an average of 2 to 3%, but I'm talking about in 30, 40, 50 years, it kind of spits out a number. So it's a pretty great gauge to, something to inspire to, that, you're living on $5,000 a month now, when you're 60, you want to live on 10,000 or you want to travel more. These are a series of questions that it asks. It's free. I've checked on a few things. You can find out about refinancing. Of course, it's ad driven on the side, but the goal here is the more that you know, the more empowered you are, and knowledge is everything, I think, in the world for me. So you need to have data. So for example, like you should have life insurance. This other day I had this conversation with my wife and, we're in debt, and not so much consumer debt, but in life asset debt. So life insurance was on our mind. What if I died tomorrow and my wife doesn't necessarily run the day-to-day operations in real estate investing. So I wouldn't want to put that debt or that burden on her. She may not understand how to negotiate or collect rents or fire a property manager. So you can click on the life insurance tab on top, and then it goes through a series of questions. How many kids do you have? And I was fakely typing in numbers. How old are you? And it said you should have, $500,000 worth of coverage. And that may seem like a lot of money, but if you were a male like myself and my wife died and I had insurance on her, I'd have to hire a nanny or 3 different types of pay for school. And so it was just an interesting situation. So definitely check out this website, smartasset.com. Grow, learn. It may be over your head today, but tomorrow it may make sense. It also has personal loans. It's just an interesting website. I'm not on here. I'm not doing anything on a long-term basis, but if I wanted to quit quick, if I'm trying to help someone and how much money do they need to save, or if you're trying to figure out, you're trying to buy assets, which you should be doing, and hopefully that's why you're listening to this radio show, how many assets are you going to need to get to the number that you need to have? So, for example, if you want to live on $10,000 a month when you're 60, you need a positive cash flow of this much. And you think that 50, Scott, man, I'm way off today, but if you think 50 houses is going to, make you a full-time retirement, think again, it's double. Because everything just goes up. Heat and air, expenses. We got this Louisiana storm, which is sad. 40,000 homes were affected. Well, drywall goes up. And so when you look at calculations and you factor in vacancy rate, management rate, default rate, whatever, you have a predictable number, and then you have a goal. So hopefully this tool will help you and empower you. If you have something that you can share, tech me. It be a physical item like your cell phone, or I got Google Voice, hard box coming up soon. If you want me to talk about that, let me know. Text me, email me, Facebook me, whatever. SavvyRadioshow.com.
Thanks for listening to the Savvy Radio Show. Glide online and listen to our other motivating episodes at SavvyRadioshow.com. Connect on Twitter at LandlordBook, and always be buying assets.